Um,
This.
well, that's really interesting. I'm actually a little late to the acting game. I only started doing it like professionally in any sort of way like 5 6 years ago. I actually started more so in music. And so I was in choir through a lot of my life. Like I was like choir president, and I was also like very academically minded. Like I was an academic decathlon, and I was like in all these like advanced classes. And so like I didn't like theater wasn't necessarily a big part of my life like growing up. And even when I did do theater, because I came from a singing background, I started as a singer, and I was like classically trained in opera for like 10 years. But when I would do all of the singing classes, I started to gravitate more towards like musical theater music when doing instead of doing opera. And then from the musical theater music, I started doing musical theater, but that was like the only theater I did. So I did some of that in high school and college. But like all the way into college, I'd only ever done musicals. Um, and then after working on musicals, I figured out my favorite part of musical theater was like the theater part and not necessarily the musical part. And so I transitioned more into like theater and straight plays and things like that. And from that, I got into film. But yeah, Sky Hoshi was my very first like film ever. Before that, I had done like student films for like 3 months, and like of course there was like stuff in between. Like during COVID, I did a lot of like video production and like writing and things like that. But I'd never like fully committed to like doing the thing until a couple of years ago. Although that being said, like storytelling and like things like performance have always been like a massive part of my life, mostly as a fan, which is why I love Sky Hoshi and why I love going to the Comic Con so much. Is that when I wasn't actively trying to be a part of that world, I was such a massive fan of it. Like you would understand, like what I mean. First, I was like really into books, but afterwards, like in college, I see all of your like Marvel stuff back there. But in college, like I had my friend group, we were called our group chat was called Marvel Mia, because every Friday we would watch a Marvel movie, and we also loved Mamma Mia. Um,
Okay. I like it.
and so we would basically just like always we would this was like right before Endgame came out, so basically like every weekend going to Endgame, we like watched every single movie coming up to that. Like we would also like watch a lot of like anime and like cartoons like Avatar the Last Airbender and stuff like that. So I'm very much of the fandom culture. I was on Tumblr like all through middle school, so I don't know if anyone like like Super Hulock and like all of that culture. It was just so much a part of me. And I feel like I always say, like, I remember I used to watch like panels of people at like SDCC, like for the Avengers panel or like the Supernatural panel, and then I would watch them all the time. And so it's always so like pinned to me that I get to like be in those panels myself. So in a long roundabout way, like what bit me, like so many bugs, like it was like mosquitoes. It was all over the place,
That's so
but like
cool.
they had to combine to create what I am.
Love that.
That's yeah, it is. That's awesome. So, are you still collecting? If you go to a con, we've been to a few cons with you and the rest of the Pure Magic
So I
crew.
used to collect a whole bunch of stuff. I used to like have a whole bunch of fandom like jewelry and t-shirts and like little figurines things, but I upped and moved to New York City, and I live in a little shoebox apartment now. I mean, if you see this here, oh, that's my bed. Like I literally have like a little like loft bed because I like have a
Ah,
tiny room, and my tiny room does not accommodate having a whole bunch of stuff. So I'm kind of like a looker, not a buyer. Also, I'm an actress. Y'all, I don't have the money to spend on these cons.
it
And
can
the
get
also it's like a
expensive.
privilege that I get to go to them for free. My gosh.
That's always
It's
good.
Yeah.
it is it
Can I
is
catch up a
always good.
little bit on chat?
Yeah, absolutely. Go ahead.
Yeah,
Just
please.
real quick. All right. So, all right. Guy says, I'll call mine Leonardo Capri Cold.
Oh, that's
There you
good.
go.
That's like him in Titanic.
Oh, yeah. I see what you did there. My dog wasn't, no, doesn't wear a hoodie or coat because the weather never bothers her in the slightest.
Me too, if I had fur.
Universe 7, God of Destruction. Hello, welcome in. And Guy says, I'm still waiting for my autograph movie. Wait, Guy,
Hi,
you
Brusha. Wait, okay. Can you
I bought
DM?
you the I bought you the movie. Did you not get it in the mail? Because I sent
Yeah,
you an
you should.
autographed copy to you.
Yeah,
Did it
You
not come? Oh my God! Please tell me it didn't get lost in the mail.
Okay, well, if it, we'll figure that out sometime other time. But if for some reason it got lost, DM Pure Magic Pictures right now, which we'll be happy to get that to you.
That
because
would
you
be
bought
awesome.
it at what at
Rhode
Rhode
Island
Island?
Anime.
At
Ro-
Rhode Island Anime,
Anime. Yeah,
yes.
I bought it
Yeah.
for Guy specifically, and it had it
Mhm.
autographed, and I mailed it to Guy. I hope it didn't get
Okay.
lost. It should have gotten
Mm.
there by now. I mailed that out like months ago.
Oh,
Considering
okay.
it was in
Hello,
June.
Elle. Welcome in. How you doing?
Hello, Elle.
Elle
Hey,
is from
Elle.
Australia.
Yes.
Oh, good eye, mate. Yeah,
Oh,
Yeah.
holy
like,
moly, that was awesome.
Yeah.
I don't know if it was.
Yes. Guy
Oh,
says, cool, cool. No, seriously, Guy, let me know because I thought you got it.
yes.
10 out of 10 accent.
Why is your too
Yay!
kind to me?
Awesome.
Do it again. Do it again.
Yeah, what if I did the entire thing in an Australian accent?
That
Oh,
would be awesome.
Nice. Like wipe it from the
you
internet,
should be
please.
an actor. Oh, she is an actor.
Thanks.
She's an actor.
Wow. I wish my mom said that when I started. Heyo.
Oh. Oh, you're an
Oh.
amazing actress.
Thanks.
So, yeah.
When Kalini came up to you when you read the script as Sky Hoshi, the first one,
The first one.
and everything that went down with Kira, did you have any idea what was going to happen?
Thank you, Kalani.
No, not at all. In fact, I mean, the story of Sky Hoshi is such a funny one. I don't know. Has he like given the whole down low about like the crazy production stories about everything?
No, not really, because
I
you
feel like
know
we
Okay.
need more time. We need to have
we,
him back
we
on.
do.
Yeah.
We do.
Yeah. Well, that guy has
Bec-
endless stories. But TLDR, to make it short, that had a crazy production. Basically, we're promoting Sky Hoshi Anime Syndicate Strikes.
yes,
Yes.
Sky
Creative
Hoshi
Network.
An
too.
amazing
That's
movie.
Ali. That's Ali right there. Ali, excuse me, Regina. Ali actually was one of the OG Angry Geeks with Jar Jar Jeremy and I going back into the day. And
Whoa, the lore.
yeah, when we had one camera, no lights, no nothing. That's Ali Montgomery. He is an artist and he's an
Oh,
old friend of mine. So
oh, hello,
yeah,
Awesome.
Holly.
yeah.
Oh, if you're free tonight, why aren't you on the podcast, my
Uh,
friend?
okay, so go back.
Yeah, so basically, it was a crazy production where they were gonna film The Squatchers, which is now out, but at the time they were gonna film it, but then they were no longer able to film it, and so they were like, okay, well, we need to like film another movie. They had gotten this fancy lens, and it was like this very short amount of time, so they needed to film a movie like during that time block, but there wasn't a script that existed yet. So basically, the first guy Hoshi, they were writing the script as we were filming the movie. And so when I joined the team, I cold submitted online. So Steph and Kalani are complete like internet friends to me. I like never met them before in real life. They were random strangers who like put out an audition out there, and it was called Untitled Cyberpunk. And I was like, oh, interesting. And again, I like anime, so I was like, oh, like what's this? But the thing is, because they were still writing it, it was A, untitled, and B, Kira didn't exist yet.
Oh.
And so the audition sides that were available for the audition were actually Sky Hoshi sides, who at that time had a different name. But I auditioned for Sky because I was just auditioning for this random thing I didn't know anything about. But Sky was already pre-cast as Olivia, like he was actually writing it for Olivia. And so I was at work, and Stephanie called me, and she was like, hi, I wanted to offer you the role of Kira in Sky Hoshi. And I was like, okay, awesome, awesome. Thank you so much. Who's Kira and who's Sky Hoshi? Because all I know is that I auditioned for Untitled Future Punk for someone with a different name. So I was like, I don't know what this is. But I was like, I was like, what, like 5 months into the city, and so I was just trying to do any job, and I was like, sure, yeah, what the heck. I got to improvise some scenes. Kalani is
Ooh.
awesome about collaborating, and one of the reasons why he's one of the best leaders is that he listens to everybody else, and just because he's directing and leading us, that doesn't think that he doesn't think he has all the answers, and he doesn't think he has the best answer when he has one. He's always like willing to let everyone talk and then
I
let them
love that. That's a
to
great way
listen
to be.
in, and that's such a beautiful, collaborative, safe,
Ah.
and creative environment to be able to work with. Um, but which is to say, I basically like got cast as Kira, and like the day before, this was like maybe like a week before I was supposed to be on set. And then the day before my first day on set, I had one call with Kalani, and so I'd never met him before. And I showed up on set, and then we just started. So as far as like what I thought or like what was happening, I was so like, I don't know what's happening. Not that I professionally showed that. I was pretending like I knew what was happening. But it's like I'd never been on a film set before. I don't know any of these people. I hardly know my way around New York City. It was just craziness. But it was, gosh, it's the beginning of so many wonderful gifts in my life. And so Sky Hoshi, and I've had the privilege of doing, so many Pure Magic picture films, and I can only hope that I'm going to be doing even more of them. But Sky Hoshi is so special to me because it was really the one who started it all.
That's amazing.
Yeah, that's super amazing, and I am happy for you because it was because of Sky Hoshi that we got to meet you and
Mhm.
Kalini and Steph and Olivia, and
Everybody.
all you guys are like, I compare the relationship of Pure Magic to the Angry Geeks relationship of Jar Jar
Mm.
Jeremy, who you haven't met, and Sophia, of how we all
Oh,
are a
thank
tight knit
you.
family. Thanks, brother. Appreciate it. And how you guys are. Because,
Thank
like,
you.
during the screening of Sky Hoshi 2 at Rhode Island, I don't know if you noticed, but I came in through the back. Now, Kalini did
Yeah.
saw me. Okay. And I was just watching all of your reactions and of what was happening on the screen. And I would see Kalini look over and watch you guys in there. And I just touched my heart because you guys are so together. And I was like, that's so cool. And these are like our tribe. These people, we
Mhm.
got to do all we can to help them. And just because they're awesome.
Yeah.
And you're
Thank
no
you.
longer scared of you anymore. But
Yeah.
like, boy,
Yeah,
but
I was gonna wear my glasses where I'm even less scary, but I was like, I was afraid the reflection would be weird. But y'all, I'm literally a nerd. I'm literally just a fangirl who just like gets to live her dream. But I'm really, don't let the dark makeup fool you.
well, I
Um,
got one quick question. Sky Hoshi one. The pizza, was that supposed to fall on the ground, or was that improv, or was that part of a script?
That is an awesome, awesome question, and I'll tell you why. Because that wasn't in the original script. So
Oh.
we had actually wrapped the whole movie, and Kalani, like the entire thing was edited, and I think we were about like a couple weeks, maybe a month before the premiere was supposed to happen. But Kalani looked at the entire movie, and then he saw the potential for a sequel, and he was like, there I see the potential for a sequel. It's probably going to be about Kira coming back, but in order for us to bring her back, there needs to be like one more scene of her not being a terrible person. And so if you actually look at it, like my hair is like a little bit longer, and like yeah, because we had filmed that scene maybe like 5 months after we had wrapped the movie.
Ah,
And so both that scene and the end credits scene where they're having bass tryouts, those happened like months and months after we wrapped, and we were about to do the new movie, and we basically added them because Kalani wanted to like add more like infrastructure to like do a sequel.
that's cool.
That's
Yeah.
that's all because now I
I want
I want
pizza.
I will get you pizza. I watched Sky Hoshi 3 times and I did not notice your hair
That's so
was a
Slightly,
special.
different.
yeah.
I didn't. Hey,
Magic.
It's
It
we
was
got
cool.
the
So
magic.
you can't tell super much,
magic.
but yeah, it is it
Magic.
is it is like a really interesting thing because they it's funny that you asked about that scene in particular because that is one of like the scenes in which Kira is just like not being a bully to Sky. You know what I mean? Where she just kind of hanging her friends, and then she has like that nice moment with Justin and everything. So that was all
Mhm.
scripted, but it was not originally scripted.
Interesting.
Wow. Hey, we got to pay
Oh,
some
hey, Jar
bills. Hey,
Jar.
Jar Jar is in the house. We were
Hello,
just
Jar Jar.
speaking of him.
Yeah, but I also
All right.
oh
I
We
and
got to
have the
uh,
power.
hey,
Um,
we got to
I wanted to also go back and be like, thank you for noticing the Pure Magic family, and also notice that I see you for the family that you all are building as well, and like know how much I always appreciate and
Aw,
admire
thank
anyone
you.
Oh.
who builds a community like brick by brick by brick, because I understand like the time and the passion and the care it takes, but like the fact that